I can't go back to you, my friend. Don't even ask.
You know you left me lonely, I could tell them the whole story. It may take a couple hours, I've got time, let's get the chat. How could I explain the situation? Man, it's so damn complicated. Where do I start, where do I end? I should go back to bed. I'm going back to all the basics, teaching myself now how to erase it. It's like learning a whole new language, and I'm afraid, too scared to face it. I just want consistent clarity, but all my thoughts destroying me. Some peace of mind is all I need to give peace to all of my family. I can't go back to you, my friend. Don't even ask, don't play pretend. You think you are everything I need, but I gotta leave.
This is a missed trade. Actually, not a missed trade. What happened over here, I mean, me selling here was an actual error altogether. I was supposed to click buy. I clicked sell by mistake. So anyway, so the distraction was this. I wasn't at the computer when this occurred here. When price closed here, I wasn't at the computer. I believe what happened was I walked away because I think that I had decided to cancel the idea of taking the trade altogether, simply because the price had moved so far away from from the range. So this is 10 o'clock here. This is 9. So if we were to measure out, I think it's control. Or was it shift? All right. So then it is this here, shift, click. All right. So from here to where's 10 o'clock? Yeah, this is 10 o'clock here. So from here to here, we see we have okay, so it's going by ticks. That's fine. 109 ticks, and 109 ticks from here to here, and you can obviously see that one deviation was already gotten. You don't have to. All right, you know what? Let's just do it anyway. We have that there. So not one complete yeah, we have one deviation. So yeah, so we have over 109. Now I never made it a rule that if it does hit that 109, don't take a trade. Like, I didn't make that a rule, but I just felt like it would be less of a chance of like the probabilities are kind of off. Now, everything is not everything, but a lot has to do with narrative as well. So what I saw happening here was we had these equal lows here. That's level 1 stops taken. Then over here, I think this is so close to this would be still considered level 1, level 2, level 3. Okay, so this is 3 levels of stops taken. Whenever I see that to me is a strong, move up, that's going to reverse. It just took a bunch of stops. Then we have low resistance liquidity run to the top due to all of these fair value gaps, drawing price up and not having a bunch of order blocks and mitigation blocks to push its way through. So this, I did want to still engage, but I think that I distracted. I took some phone calls, and then I walked away from the computer when this here was up setting up. So this here was another possibility. I saw over on the 15. This is a 15-minute bullish order block. I dropped the line out. I was dropping out various areas where price may decide to turn around at, and I can look for an entry signal. The entry signal happened here. It wasn't completely the best because this wick here comes up and it does come into this. Whenever I see this, is kind of flaky-ish type stuff, but as we see, it still works out. So so we have here, once price, this candle here is the as you see, that's this one here, because the line drops on the open, the first, on the open. So this is the open. So this candle, the next candle here is when it closed, confirming this candle having a market structure shift. So once that happened, I'm supposed to be now looking for price to come down, which it does immediately, and comes into a fair value gap. Boom, this is the next check mark. Okay, price closing above a down close is the next one. So this is the entry. So now what happened was, another thing is, I did not have this scale measurement down here. I didn't have it in my view for me to see. Mind you, I'm over away from the chart and peek over and look, and then run over and start trying to get into things. That is not the right way to trade. It's not the proper process driven trade I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be dead smack paying attention and being focused. So on Apex, I did place the entry, and because this, now the good thing is with what happened, because I did get an Apex loss. What I did, but it was small. But what I did was, I did see a note prior to even entering the trade, when I even walking away from the computer and everything. On Apex, I saw that the scale was so small that on Apex, I had switched from the larger leveraged account to I switched to the 6 contract lower leverage account level. And I then turned on trade copier, because whenever I'm gonna go that low, I'm gonna just do, I'll then copy trade. So that was done. But now what happened was, when I entered the trade in the Apex, the range was so tight. That still shocks me. The range was so tight that, I would have, in other words, the stop loss was really, really small, and the take profit, even though it was, was going to be 3 times the stop loss, was so small, the range. And it was just like, what the? So when price went up into my favor a bit, I was just like thrown off, and I then pulled my stop loss to break even, and it then came down, stopped out. That would be I'll get the actual number and plug them in here later. So we have so mind you, my entry could have been off, because again, I was over there, so my entry could have been even higher or so on Apex. And again, so now you can see here, so from this entry, and where the stop loss should have been, at the bottom of this here, where I got it at, or from here to here, at least on this side of which would have got tagged out if I would have went just a little bit past the consequent encroachment of the fair value gap. If I went just a little bit outside of it, I would have got tagged anyway. But in any event, look at this. It's 20. Okay, 20 handles. Now, because I reduced from 25 contracts down to 6 contracts, the large leveraged account, it was sufficient enough to not be an entire bullet. Okay, I only have 5 bullets, and so that wouldn't have affected that one. But I was using a full bullet. That the 6 contracts is actually one full bullet on the lower leveraged account. So yeah, I didn't want to. Even on Apex, I'm sitting there, I'm looking like, oh shit, I'm supposed to pull it more, but it was looking like it would have been, you know, taking out two bullets at one time, and that's something that I just do not want to do. So the good thing about this whole thing, very small loss, you know. Of course, the larger leveraged account, you know, that loss isn't anything. But the smaller leverage account, that loss is 1 bullet. It is 1 bullet. So, and I'm up bullets anyway. Yeah, I actually, you know, I'm my this account is the one that's the smaller leveraged account. So I've already built up money in there. So it's actually, you know, technically speaking, I have more bullets to wipe out the account, but I'm sticking with the 5. So I'm really okay. Even my emotions in my mind is great. I now know what I have to do is the same way. Well, so the same way I have a lower leveraged, a lower contract size for when I see these scales being like this for the large account, I have to now create one for the lower leveraged account, the smaller leveraged account. I have to create, instead of 6, like a 3. That way I can take a 20 and that still be 1 bullet. So I got stopped out at break even, but then I entered in again, and moving fast and everything, I saw that 30 hadn't come in yet. So as price was dropping down, and the range was really tight again, and I just let it take it out or whatever. So it got taken out, and as you see, everything still worked out, you know. So long story short, not being focused, not paying it, not being focused, not being at the chart, and then mixing up my decision. You know, I was iffy about you know, whether I should just wait till, I think I did say I'm gonna wait till to lunch, and then walked away, and then forgot I said I'm gonna do that. But in any event, but I learned some things, so I'm gonna create a ATM for a smaller leverage for the account, so that, you know, in these instances, you know, I could take larger stop losses. That's, you know, that's within the confines of the current market structure, because this is where the stop loss should have been. So, all right, so I'm great. I feel great, wonderful. Let me see, additional emotional feelings I had. Yeah, I was, because this wick here, and because of this, I was, and because of how heavy it was just coming down. This M15 plus order block was good to go for, because over here we've learned that someone asked Michael, how do you know when, okay, so you have a low, high, lower low. Someone asked Michael, how do we know when price may not reject off of the breaker and go down and go low? And he has said, he gave the secret. The secret is, if there is a imbalance below the below the breaker, price can come down into there. A lot of times does. So that's what we have here. We have price came down, came in and struck right here, and spiked in and launched off. So so this was expected. I was seeing this as a strong possibility. And so yeah. So but yeah, here I did have my emotions kind of like, whoa, should I, you know? But this plays very well. The success, I mean, this really, you know, really plays well. And we can see here that because of the scale, the take profit would have been in just a short period of time. We have here, you know, it's at 10.25, and the take profit 32. So 7 minutes again. 7 minutes is a nice number that we see price taking profit on with a 1 to 3. All right, that's it. All right, later.